entering the stadium. His Excellency Sir Sarah Airy. Governor-General of Papua New Guinea.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Governor-General of Papua New Guinea is received by Sir Henry Robert, President of the Papua New Guinea Sports Federation, Mr. Bart Philemon, Chairman of the South Pacific Games 1991 Foundation, and Mr. Frank Eagle, Chairman of the National Capital District Commission.
And you can see our wonderful pride and color as the warriors show their aggression in front of the Governor-General. A group of students from the Western Province, Northern Province rather.
It's easy to see the importance that's attached to the South Pacific Games by the Crown, with the Games opened by the Queen's representative, her son Prince Andrew, and closed by the other representative of the Queen in Papua New Guinea, the Governor-General. Now the traditional dancers move around in front of Sir Sarah, who's asking a few questions there.
A lot of viewers and maybe even the people sitting in the grandstand may not realize the effects that our culture has, our color in traditional finery has on our visitors. I was talking to the Minister for Sports and Recreation of Adelaide 3 weeks ago when the Adelaide team came to make their bid for the Commonwealth Games, and he said to me he arrived in the evening and was very tired, had to go to a big function, and he just had a glimpse at the TV and saw the opening ceremony. And he made up his mind that he was going to sit down, grab a beer and just enjoy the action, and he couldn't believe the action, the color, and the splendor of our traditional finery. A very impressed man. And it's these people that make our visitors impressed, and we're all very proud of them.
I think it's so true, Stephen, and as a foreigner myself, I can say that the extraordinary thing about Papua New Guinea and its culture and its traditions is that they're not museum pieces. They are the real everyday life of the people, and what you see before you is not something taken out of a museum and put on just for a special occasion. It is the traditional finery that is in every village in this marvellous country.
The Governor-General, as he moves across about a 120 meters stretch, we'll be seeing representatives on hand from all the provinces in Papua New Guinea before he makes his way into the grandstand to take up his seating position.
You know, Stephen, if ever there was an answer to those who delight, particularly overseas and sometimes within this country, in putting Papua New Guinea down, the South Pacific Games is that answer. There can be no doubt at all that, in quite apart from the sporting angle, the good that has been done for Papua New Guinea's image by the South Pacific Games is incalculable.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency the Governor-General of Papua New Guinea to the closing ceremony of the 9th South
now, Governor General, let me come binis na kisim salut belong o onagadista.
A big round of applause coming for these school children as they perform their dance. Definitely putting the spirit and feelings into the crowd. When it all actually ends, when the athletes start to leave, it becomes a very sad occasion. I'm sure all the Papua New Guineans will find a peace in their heart will be gone when the games are over, when things return back to normal. And I'm sure all the countries and the athletes, when they leave, something of Papua New Guinean blood will be going with them, I'm sure, in their hearts.
In many ways, Stephen, it's been a kids' show. I mean, the kids were wonderful at the opening ceremony. They've been here watching the games. They've been here with their parents. They've rehearsed. They've spent hours and hours, days, in fact weeks, getting these spectacles together. And you can see now the results of all that hard work. It really is magnificent.
Yes, and organising something of this magnitude is never easy.
There's no doubt at all that the person responsible for ultimately organising all that we've seen at the opening and closing ceremonies, all these displays, Richard Curzon, deserves a great deal of praise because it's been a tremendous labour of love for Richard, and I think it's worked spectacularly well. So the school children form themselves into 4 clusters, 4 circles of kids, red to green to yellow to blue, waving their pom-poms in the air and obviously very excited and enjoying themselves a great deal.